my perspective is, and it's documented, is that the finance world has been dominated by men. I mean, when I was a financial advisor, less than 10% of financial advisors were women. And that's still the statistic. It might have gone up to 11%, but it's still incredibly low. And what happens is male financial advisors tend to talk to, if it's a couple, the man, the husband. And the woman often feels left out of the conversation, and they don't want to feel stupid. I mean, they don't want to ask the questions that and then be intimidated by the person sitting on the other side of the desk, so to speak. And so that is what I bring to the equation is, no question is a dumb question. Let's talk about it and let's go over it and let's review it so you understand it. And it doesn't mean like they have to understand stocks, bonds, and mutual funds to the nth degree, but it does mean understanding the difference between them and how they play into your portfolio and what they can do for you. So it's been my experience, and that's why I speak that way.
Yeah. So, and that kind of goes back to how you ended up in financial planning is you're talking about having kind of being spoken down to, condescending. And that's still shocking that would happen. And then in this environment, you're saying that, I imagine that they go together to see their financial planner, and you're saying that the man, the financial planner is talking to the husband and kind of maybe not even paying attention to what the wife has to say. It's an interesting thing going on there.
Statistics are that 70% of, if it's a husband and wife and they have had a financial advisor, the husband passed away, 70% of the widows will change financial advisors because they never felt a connection. That's huge.
Well, and is it something that the financial planner world, since it's 90% of them are men, I believe it was your statistic, that the financial planner needs to be more educational, or how could that be fixed? And the second part of that question is, what could the wife do who feels this way say or do to move into a more position of power?
Great questions. I think the financial advisory community is recognizing that they need to be more in tune with both men and women, but they're recognizing that. I think sometimes it's hard to change patterns of behavior, especially if what you've been using works, But the statistics are also we are inheriting the wealth. So baby boomers passing away, our children are inheriting it, but the majority is passing to women, and women drive the economy. We are the ones who decide where the money's going to be spent. We are the ones who honestly make or break the budgets, as far as our home budgets or our community. We are the givers. We are much more philanthropic. And so I think the financial advisory world is recognizing this. I think younger men are starting to try to work and learn how to talk with women, but it will take a while, I think, to transition to that. And as far as what women can do, get a financial coach, get educated. I tell my clients, read something that has to do with money for at least 5 minutes a day, or listen to a podcast. There's so many ways that you can do it now, but just start listening so you are starting to pick up the vocabulary a little bit. And then if that prompts questions, then start asking the questions. Don't be intimidated. But so many women are, and the other thing is, we have so many things on our plate that taking the initiative to really educate ourselves in another area requires time. And time is a precious commodity, especially if you're a wife, if you're a mom, if you have a career. I mean, I can certainly relate to that. But what happens, and the majority of my clients are actually women, midlife women going through a transition. Because if you're going through a divorce, if you're all of a sudden a widow, if you're changing a career, or an empty nester, you know, it usually is some kind of a life event that will trigger, oh my goodness, I need to get serious about my finances. I need to be more involved, or I need to put a plan together. I mean, I remember when I turned 50, it was shit, how did this happen? And now it's like, I got to focus on the next couple years, the next decade, really making sure my retirement was in place. And it's a good thing because after 40 years of marriage, I went through a divorce. And
Mm,
that changed a lot of things.
yeah.